Alright, on to chapter 2. Yeah, I really should have paid more attention to what was happening with the story last chapter, because I really have no idea what's going on right now. Okay, so, meeting a mercenary band. Presumably that will have some more of the characters that will join me. I don't know. I wonder what the next chapter will be about. Alright. The Princess of Bern. It's a reasonable thing to ask. Oh fuck. I haven't heard about this. Oh fuck, he's been hiding out this whole time. What a sleaze. Crafty fella. Always looking out for number one. Alright. My guess is that we will be meeting with our servant shortly. Oh, apparently Merlin has joined us. I really was not paying attention. He is not actually a fighting character, but he will hold on to items. Like, the characters have limited inventory space, so you can store your extra items with him. Rude. Appropriate name. Moral conundrum. Roy's just too compassionate. Alright, sick. Having a healer is like really useful, and sort of gives you some room to make mistakes. I don't think I'll be using her like as one of my main characters, but she'll definitely be useful for these few chapters before I get someone else to use. Although actually, I've noticed that. Well, actually I'm not sure. I sort of made a list of characters that I was going to use for this a while ago, but I don't actually remember what type each is now, because I made the list so long ago. So like, if I don't have a healer amongst them, then like, I probably ought to, but oh well, we'll see when I get them. Okay, so there's a village up there that I can visit in the first turn probably. There's lance people. I don't currently have anyone who uses axes, so I'll just be trying to probably use people with lances just so I don't have a disadvantage. There's a fortress there that I'm going to want to make use of. Forts also heal you a little bit, just like gates every turn, so that's also useful. And you can see this, they give 2 defense as opposed to force just gives 1, the same amount of avoid. There's axe people, more fortresses. Depending on how the AI works here, these guys may advance just like on their own before I get into range of them, but if they don't, then probably my best course of action is going to be trying to occupy these 2 forts and just perpetually have them come to me. So we'll see how exactly the AI works. Other than that, it's pretty much a linear trajectory through this chapter. There is a shop as well where you can buy certain items. Usually there's 2 different types of shops. There's like a shop and then an armory. I don't see an armory on this chapter. Oh no, there's one up here. Never mind. So usually this type of shop will have like weapons, and then this one will have like vulneraries or heal staves or magic or things of that nature. So anyway, this is this village to start off with. Oh sweet, a precious sword. I bet they're gonna give it to me. Which really is sort of silly, like, they're like worried about what's gonna happen to their precious sword. They just give it to me for free. Like, would it really have been that different if the bandits had taken it? Anyway, so I have 5,000 money from last chapter that I could go and spend in these places, which I guess I might as well. I don't think things get like cheaper as the game goes on. Oh. In the last game you couldn't actually move Merlinus around. Sorry, when I say in the last game, I mean 7. But it looks like you can in this one. I wonder if he can shop. I'll try. Not this turn, but next turn, probably. Actually, I didn't measure it out, but at some point I'll try to visit. It's not like of high importance, and obviously I don't want Merlinus to be in combat anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay. So if I just straight up attack this first lance guy, then I'll be in range of all of the other 2 ones, and then this axe guy as well. So, and especially since I'm going to be probably wanting to use someone wielding a lance against him, that'll be weak against the axe guy. So I may. See, I start off so close to them, but actually I may just like back up. Although, yeah, well, let's see. So his current range, it seems like he can only get up to here, but I mean, you can tell like he can move like 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So the only reason that he can only attack here is because I have a guy in the way. So actually retreating him from here won't actually put him out of range. But I don't stand so close to them to where I don't have enough room to back up, so I guess I might as well just do that. Again, maybe this may be bad because like I don't actually know how the AI works on this level, so I don't know if these guys are going to be advancing, in which case like it might be better to actually sort of be more aggressive so that I can get to these forts before they do. But I mean, if they do advance, they're going to get to the forts in like 1 or 2 turns anyway, so I'm not going to be able to reach there in time regardless. So I might as well just hope that they don't. Okay. So we'll retreat this guy. This will give me a better picture of what his range actually is. Yeah, so this is like his true range, really. Obviously don't want him to attack my healer. Healer doesn't have any attacks of her own, all she has is this heal staff. Which means she can heal people, but she can't actually be in combat. I mean, they can attack her, but she won't do anything back to them. Okay. Bolt to be out of the range. And I guess I'll have Roy out of range as well, because he only has a sword. Oh. Okay. I may have messed up. Yeah. Yeah, I did. But it's not irrevocable. I guess he can move 5 squares, I guess I must not have counted correctly. But if I just move lance in front of the archer, that'll correct for that. So I'm going to equip the javelin, which is a type of lance. Really, actually, I should have traded to him normal lance from someone else. Javelin, it's a lance that can be used at range as well. So like, it's, I guess, just technically more useful than an iron lance, but I think is it weaker? I'm not sure. I feel like it's weaker. Yeah, it's slightly weaker. You see this says power 7 on the iron lance. This is power 6, so, and also it might be less accurate to hit 55, hit 70. Yeah, actually, it's like much worse for actual straight up combat. So what I should have done is, you can trade items between characters, so I should have traded to him a lance from like Ors or from, actually he can't, he couldn't use the lance if I traded it from Marcus because it's a silver lance. The better types of weapons, they require a skill level to use them. So you can see over here, Marcus has an A in lances, and there's no way that lance does. He only has a D. Yeah, so he wouldn't be able to use the silver lance. But yeah, I should have traded him the iron lance. I sort of forgot about that. But it's not a big deal. And in fact, I can buy more iron lances if I want. Hopefully he attacks Alan anyway, because he actually does have an iron lance. So, yeah. So I'm just gonna have him wait and make sure he equips the iron lance so that that's what he's wielding when he gets attacked. So we'll see. Advance. Okay, so they do advance there, or at least some of them do. We'll see if all of them do. Yeah, he attacks lance. It's not a huge deal. Maybe I attack twice anyway. It doesn't matter. I do. Okay, so it doesn't really matter except that I use two javelins instead of 2 iron lances. It's still important to recognize when you make mistakes, even if they don't actually end up having immediate relevance. Oh look, friends. Yeah, not to interrupt what's actually happening, but yeah, you really, in almost everything, not just Fire Emblem, you should recognize when you should have done something differently, even if it didn't have immediate consequences. Like, you know, it's important to be objective. Anyway, friends. This guy is really badass looking. He's got all these scars. That's how you know he's a real man. And this chick looks straight from some girl from Sailor Moon. I don't know my sailors well enough, but I think she looks almost exactly like one of them. I don't know which planet she was, but I'll have to check that. She's also on a Pegasus, which is awesome. His name is dangerously close to Dick, but okay. She must have taken 2 whole turns to do that. This whole conversation took place in the span of over 2 turns, because she flew all the way up there and then all the way back. And Pegasus have long range, but not quite that long. Okay, I think, yeah, actually, 2 of these characters are characters that I will be using, and 2 of them are ones I won't. So, Diek, however you're supposed to pronounce that, it's taking a lot of self-control to not just pronounce it Dick, but, and then Thani, I don't know. Both of these are characters that I was planning on using, so that's good. Neither of these are ones that I like using. In general, I don't really like this type of character. They're fighters, I guess. I don't know if their actual name. I've noticed that some of the names are different in this translation than what I'm used to. Like, she's called a sister. I think it was called a cleric in other games that I've played. I don't know if they actually changed the names between the games, or if this is just like another quirk of the translation, but in any case. But yeah, I don't really like these sort of like big heavy axe users. For one, there's not that, I feel like there's fewer lance users besides like these. I mean, there's a lot of these soldiers that you face often, but they're usually pretty weak anyway. I feel like you face a lot more axe people. which is why I tend to favor sword wielding people. But yeah, they tend to like have really high like damage, but then but often like low hit chance, which is really just like, I mean, sure, maybe on average they deal the same amount, but like I'd rather not have to rely on hitting, you know, I'd rather not have to rely on, you know, getting lucky in order to, because like it's when you have lower hit chance, then it's just harder and harder to predict how things are going to play out, which makes it harder to plan for things. So I would rather have higher hit chance, just for the sake of, you know, being able to predict what's going to happen and plan accordingly. But in any case, okay, so I just sort of got these guys in the middle of the map, which is like a little bit awkward. And again, depending on how these guys advance, it could be unfortunate. I can like occupy these two fortresses, which seems like really good. Let's see. The problem with that is that it leaves Fanny, who's a lance wielder and also a Pegasus Knight, so she's sort of like very flimsy right now. Well, actually, her defense is not any lower than Dix, or really anyone else. So maybe I was lying, but I guess she has lower health at least. But yeah, I don't know if I want to expose her to all these X people. I mean, I can just sort of see, so you can see Pegasus Knights really long range, and they can fly over any sort of terrain, so they're like incredibly useful. So that's one of the reasons that I'm going to be using her. So I'm just going to see sort of how much damage she would take. I guess I have to adjust because she would be standing in the fortress otherwise. So she gets an extra 20 avoid and an extra 2 defense, so I think that's probably, yeah, that's definitely acceptable, especially because she's not going to kill them if they attack her, and if I set her up in one of these fortresses, there's only one spot that each fortress can be attacked from, so it's pretty safe actually. Sorry, my game is lagging a lot right now. I don't think it'll show up in the video, but if I'm like going slowly, it's because that's what's happening right now. Still haven't quite figured out optimal settings to avoid that, but okay. So that pretty much, so occupying these forts is going to be pretty safe, I think, for the enemies coming from this side. As far as the enemies over here, it looks like the only one that came up was the one who was in range, so looks like none of them can attack these middle people right now, so that should be okay. But it now may be good to, let's see, can I reach that fortress? I can't quite. So that's a little bit awkward, but I think I can probably, yeah. I'm not sure how the AI is going to work. I don't know if these guys are going to go this way or towards me. If they go towards me, then it's in my favor to sort of keep advancing slowly, but if they're going to go that way, then I want to sort of keep up with them. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. So if I can bait out like 2 of them, that should be fine. So I can bait out that guy, and then that one as well. And I can bait them into mutually exclusive squares, so like, again, I have exact control over exactly which one is getting attacked, or exactly who is getting attacked by who. So I guess, yeah, Roy and Lance are both level 3. Alan is only level 2 right now, so I guess I want him to be the one. So actually, it's okay. So yeah, it has to be either Alan or Lance to bait out or it doesn't have to be, but I prefer it to be either Alan or Lance to bait out the Lance wielder, because Roy only has a sword, so I guess, yeah. Alright. Make sure, and Lance is equipped, yep. And then I can do either either Lance or Roy to get out this guy. Doesn't really matter. I guess Roy, just because there are fewer enemies that I'm going to want him to face um, on this map than Alan or Lance. Like Alan or Lance, I can have fight either the Lancemen or the Axemen, because they can wield lances and swords, whereas Roy can only wield swords, so I really only want him to be fighting the Axemen, so I might as well give him preference for those. I should also trade him, actually, a regular sword, so I don't have to keep wasting. Yeah, I'm gonna give him Marcus's. So, you can see I can trade. Oh, alright. So, I can just straight up give him that. So that he doesn't have to use up the rapier when he doesn't have to. Okay. So, we'll equip the iron sword. And end there. Alright. So, I think things are working out nicely. Okay. And then I guess I can take this opportunity to trade, before I forget, the lance over here. And I shouldn't be able to see if Marlinus is able to buy from these places. I imagine he must be able to. He's a merchant. It's like all he does anyway. Okay. Make sure I occupy these spots. Wow, he's already level 5. Wow. Okay, so I don't need to give him levels for a while, but I am going to want him to occupy this spot. Hopefully they just attack. Actually, I guess she can get attacked. Okay, if she occupies this one, she can get attacked in 2 spots. If both of the people attack her, which is still fine, I think, if the math works out. Yeah, I mean, it's like the fortress is just so strong. Yeah. Okay. So I think this should work out. Even if she gets hit, she's just gonna heal up a little bit of that damage, and she didn't anyway. So that worked out fine. Alright. And then I'm just gonna take up this spot. So he's got an iron blade, which I guess is just, yeah, it's you can see it's stronger than the iron sword, but less accurate. I'm inclined to just equip the sword, because 1 has more uses to it, and 2, he's high enough level that I think he will be dealing enough damage to everyone anyway. So I might as well minimize variance. Alright, and then it doesn't really matter where I put these guys, but I'm just going to put them as far away from... If the enemies on the left decide to advance, I don't want them to be attacking these guys, because I don't want them to be getting unnecessary experience for dying. Okay, I think everyone else is fine. I could use a heal on Lance, but the heal staff has uses as well. And especially since I'm not looking to level Ellen, you know, if I was looking to level her, then I would pretty much be using her anytime I had a chance, anytime anyone had any, you know, HP deficit, which like could even happen after someone levels up, they gain 1 HP and then I can heal them for 1. But since I'm not going to be using her, like, later in the game, it's not that important that I give her a lot of experience, so I'm just, yeah, I'm going to wait until he takes more damage to make it more worth it to use the heal. So I think I have Phineas the way I want it right now. We'll see how it works. Alright. Oh, there's a crit. It was completely unnecessary. She was going to kill him anyway, but it looked cool. Alright, good. Slightly lucky, but I'll take it. Oh Jesus. Okay. Well, that could have gotten really awkward if both of them had hit. Oh, another crit. Wow, she's just a critting machine. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, thankfully they both missed her. Alright, boom. Lance to the face. And level. Alright. No offensive levels up, but I mean, it's good for Cavaliers to be fairly good defensively anyway, because they're going to be sort of on the front lines a lot. They have high movement speed, so a lot of the high movement rate. They can move more squares than unhorsed units. So a lot of the time they're going to be on the front lines, so it's nice if they have high defense. Alright, let's see if Milenis can drop. Hey. Okay. Oh, I have 10,000. I must have started off with 5,000, which is odd. But okay, I've got lots of money. I guess everyone's gonna need swords. Might as well get a few of those. A couple lances, maybe. That's fine for now. Okay. So these guys advanced this way, which is good, I guess. Everyone's like just crowded up here. I may, well, okay. So, yeah, I guess I might as well, let me see. Yeah, jeez. See, these guys are gonna attack her next turn no matter what, and if she kills them, then other people will come up and attack her as well, like once these spaces are unoccupied, because if she kills them, you know, those spaces will be empty. So I can't really avoid that. I guess my best bet, well, okay, so she can kill either of them, potentially, if she hits. She has to hit both times to hit either of them, or crit once, as she's already crit twice in like the span of like 3 attacks, so obviously that's a fallacy, but still. Alternatively, I could kill this sort of, if I really want to lower the risk, I could kill this guy with Diek. Like, Jesus Christ, he hits really hard. Yeah, I mean, this is just because he's level 5, which is like, all these guys are, you know, 2 or 3 or 1, and then he's only level 1. My guy's over here only like level 3. So yeah, so he's higher level than them. But also being higher level tends to mean you get less experience. He may not be, he's probably not quite at that point, so it's probably pretty safe, I'd say. Yeah, because like 37% chance is like, that's high enough, I think, that I don't want to risk. Because I mean, if she gets hit for 12, like, she's basically dead. Like, chances are someone will hit her. I mean, I could run away, but I don't really want to. I'm not a coward. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Let's just cut down on the risk. He'll still probably gain decent experience. We'll see. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. My concern there, I don't know if I elaborated on it well enough, but you know, sort of when I was explaining how Marcus will leech experience from your people, that's because he's so much higher level that he gets less experience, so I was worried that that might happen with Diek too, but it looks like that's not the case. Yeah, so here I might as well attack because, for one, if I get hit on this turn, I'm at full health, so that means I can take advantage of the healing on the fort. Whereas right now, if I just wait there, I'm at full health, so I don't get any healing from it. Also, I guess there's a chance that I crit on the first hit, in which case he won't have a chance to hit me at all. So, for those reasons, it seems just strictly better to attack him. So, hopefully I hit him twice and he doesn't hit me at all. That would be optimal. Alright. Good. Just as planned. Oh, so close to a level up. But everything is going pretty well so far. Ooh, actually, fuck, I may have fucked up. Oh, yeah, wow, that was bad. Okay. So things could go poorly. So you see they have an archer, and I didn't mention this, but Pegasus Knights are specifically weak to archers. So, he probably won't be able to kill her on his own, but him combined with anyone else hitting her will... there's a decent chance that they'll kill her. Oh, this is awkward. Yeah, geez, this is embarrassing. I forgot all about that. Okay, hopefully that doesn't happen. If that happens, then I will restart the chapter, which is like a little bit awkward that I've spent so long on it. And I may have to restart also like super soon. But anyway, hopefully that doesn't happen. Okay, I mean, if I really wanted to, I could. There's a mechanic called rescue, so you can see rescue. So that means I like basically pick up a character, and they get like removed from the map, and they get sort of carried by the character that you rescued them with, so they can't be attacked while they're rescued. I think you take certain negatives when you rescue someone, when you're like carrying someone. And also, in addition to that, that rescuing her would leave this fortress unoccupied, which means they could occupy it, and if I leave someone next to it, then they can attack me from the fortress, which is bad. And also, if they're occupying the fortress, that means I have to either wait for them to move out of it or kill them while they're on it, which is a pain, and then occupy it in the same turn. Yeah, I really hope she doesn't die. Okay, sorry. Alright, so I'm just gonna deal with these guys. Let's see, so these guys are still out of range. I could just wait again, but I think I kind of want to start advancing over here, especially if she's going to be... It's pretty likely I'm going to have to back off next turn, in which case I don't want to be backing off like into enemy forces if I can avoid it, so I may go a little bit aggressive here, just to sort of try to take out these guys quickly so that I can open up sort of an escape route for these guys, hoping nothing awful happens next turn. Okay. Yeah, everyone's level 3. Okay. Let's see. Level 10. How much will I deal here? 10 also. Switch back to swords, he'll deal 18. 18. Oops. 12. And 12. So none of them are enough to kill on their own. Let's see how much we'll deal. 8. So that's enough to make the 12 a kill, and then I can do the rest of the damage. I can kill the other one. So basically, any combination of any two of them will kill them except for Roy and Bolt. So I have to use Bolt with one of my Cavaliers and Roy with another one of them. Let's see how to optimally do that. Let's see. I mean, it's like aesthetically appealing to deal 12 and 8 to do exactly the correct amount of damage, but that's not necessarily optimal. Let's see. So whoever goes here will be in range of this lance guy and this axe guy. So that's a little awkward. Oh, actually, this guy's a hand axe, actually, so he's going to be attacking from range. I'm going to be wanting to use swords against these axe guys anyway, so no matter what, I'm going to be weak against this lance guy, but that's not a huge deal. Okay. I guess, let's see, who's going to be like more defensively inclined against him? I guess Alan will be. So I guess I'll do that. He also has, well, actually I'm deliberating too long on this. Okay, I'm gonna heal. Yeah, I'm gonna heal up Alan, and then I'm gonna put him in the further position. Probably doesn't make a huge difference. Very good. And then I can finish him off with either Wolt or Roy. I guess I would just, in general, rather have... Also, I guess if I put Wolt here, then... Well, actually, no, I would put him here. Or here. Yeah, I'm probably thinking too long about this. It probably doesn't really matter. Of course, I'll find out afterwards that I could have done things more optimally, but in the interest of time, I'll just do things this way. Actually, now, I guess both of them are going to be exposed, so it doesn't really matter, but whatever. Okay. Sorry, I probably took way too long with that turn, when really it didn't make a huge difference. Oh no, he hit me. I don't think I'm in danger of dying, really, but it's still kind of annoying. I mean, I can just heal him next turn, so probably not a big deal. Okay. And let's see, I don't think I'll buy any vulneraries, yeah, probably not necessary. Okay.